All right, Sistas fans, so we have our first new official promo pic for Sistas Season 5. The caption just says Tyler Perry Sisters, BET, all new episodes Wednesday at 9. But of course, I'm going to talk about the 5 women of the show. And honestly, I think I have more to say about the character placement than anything else, because instead of all 5 characters kind of spread out in one location for a photo, like season 4, they're lined up, but it looks like the order has kind of changed. And I'm just going to give my opinion on how I think the order was, determined. Of course, Andy is the de facto main sister, so of course she's going to be out in the front. And then I want to jump to the back where we see Sabrina and Karen. Now, for me personally, I think Sabrina is going to be benched for most of the season. I think we'll probably see her in jail for, at the very least, half of season 5. Will she get out? At some point, yeah. But this just reminds me of, let's say, the Haves and the Have-Nots, where that was a notorious show for rotating characters from being in the hospital for an extended amount of time or being in jail for an extended amount of time. And I think that it's Sabrina's turn, which I've said this multiple times, but season 4 wasn't one of her best seasons. It's not that Sabrina was bad. I'm happy that Tyler actually gave her a different love interest in Bio. But aside from that, Sabrina was kind of just there. She really didn't add much to the ongoing stories of what the other main characters were going through. If nothing else, it felt like Maurice had more of a role compared to Sabrina, and Sabrina's the one who is one of the main sisters and pops up in promotional material and whatnot. So I think Sabrina being in the back makes the most sense. The most sense, because she's really just going to be in jail for most of the season. Now, Karen, who's on the opposite side, I'm thinking that maybe, and I hope this isn't the case. Let me put it this way. If we actually see Karen not really trying to ruin the Zatima dynamic and whatnot, then I think that's probably why her character is put in the back. Because if she really isn't trying to interfere with Zach and Fatima, her role is kind of diminished. Also, notice that instead of being on the opposing side of Fatima, she's in the back row across from Sabrina. So I'm guessing that Karen's role in season 5 won't be as in the forefront as in the previous seasons, because from the back half of season 3 through all of season 4, her entire thing was, I need closure. You need to play the game right, Zach, because you're supposed to come back to me, yada, yada, yada. So if you take that away from Karen, what exactly is left? And that's not the fault of the character. That really comes more from the writing. So perhaps we're going to see Karen start to pursue a relationship with Aaron. She's going to be a bit more, I guess you could say, different in demeanor. And I mean that in the best way possible. I want happiness for all these women, but it only will come once they recognize their own flaws and shortcomings and decide to do better. They keep claiming, I want to be loved, I want Mr. Right, but none of them, aside from Fatima, have shown any signs of wanting to change to be Mrs. Right for Mr. Right. So I don't know. So I'm guessing that's why Karen's in the back. All right, now we go into the middle row. Danny and Fatima. Fatima is a given. Of course she's going to be closer to the front because she's freaking Fatima. Spinoff. She's second row in this photo, but guess what? Her and Zach are the headliners in their own spinoff. Do I really need to say anything about Fatima here, right? Do I? If you want to compare to the season 4 photo, of course, Andy was in the middle, and then on her left side was Karen, and then Fatima at the end, and then on the right, it was Danny, and then Sabrina at the end. So it looks like, Karen has been put in the back, and Fatima has gotten knocked up, a position. So you could argue that Andy being in the front means her story is the main one, and then, of course, we'll have Fatima and Danny right behind her, showcasing that these two are going to have bigger roles in this season? Or should I just say like their story beats are going to be bigger than the back row, which is Sabrina and Karen? As I said, Sabrina is going to be locked up. Karen's going to be probably in the hospital a lot and trying to move on from Zach. So we'll see less of her in terms of the broody sourpuss Karen. And then with Danny, we know that she's going to have a new love interest who is potentially an abuser, someone she meets at the airport. And then with Zatima, like I said, her connection to Zach, and well, look, we're going to meet some of her people, friends and whatnot. So it makes sense she's going to be towards the front. Now, with that being said, I think the women all look amazing. I just love whenever we see Andy wearing those. I don't know the correct terminology for these parts of a woman's outfit. What do they call them? Like how men have power suits. Like it's like a dress or something with the shoulders. I don't know why, but whenever she has those on, I feel like a sense of exuding power. Like, oh yeah, I'm about to take control of this shit. Except if Gary's around, or I'm just gonna act like my old self. But I don't know. And of course, we got Sabrina with the designs on her shirt there, which makes her stand out because Sabrina's one who is known for her unique outfits. There are those who love it, those who don't. But I will say, if nothing else, Sabrina always has the most unique outfits. Let's see here. Danny, shoulders out, hoop earrings, long hair. Karen is smiling. Look. Don't let this promo picture be the one and only time we see Karen smiling in the whole damn season. Okay? Please, I want to see Karen happy. All right? Please. Don't tease me with Karen smiling here and we don't see her happy in season 5. Okay? I want happiness for her if she, starts to really move on in her life. And that's all I got to say. So, thanks so much for tuning in. I do appreciate the support on the channel. Make sure you take a moment, hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. And hit that bell icon and select all. That way you are up to date whenever I post content on the channel.